Hello and welcome. My name's Dave Forrest. I'm one of the senior leaders at Community Church in Killingworth. And this is the first of what we hope will be a number of short messages of hope, of devotion, of thought for the day, of just observations of life in our current situation that myself and various friends from Community Church will share over the coming days. We live in some very strange and difficult times, and many are quite rightly worried and anxious about how we're going to get through this strange period of our lives. We're struggling with being confined in our homes with our loved ones, and juggling home working and juggling homeschooling our children. And it's all proving quite a challenge. We're conflicted over our need for going out and getting fresh air, or going to the shops to buy in essentials, against being worried about having contact with others in our community. And the new normal is so very different to where we were just a month ago. But I was reminded about a guy in the Bible called Joseph, who lived through some tough and really unfair times. Those times included being betrayed by those who were close to him, being enslaved and becoming a slave, being imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit, before eventually God lifted him out of that life and brought him into a life of power and privilege as Pharaoh, the king of Egypt's right-hand man. And as Joseph was reflecting back over those 13 years of hardship, of slavery, of imprisonment, he was able to say, God has made me fruitful in the land of my sufferings. God has made me fruitful in the land of my sufferings. And it got me thinking, what on earth did he mean by that? What on earth did he mean by God has made me fruitful in the land of my sufferings? And I think one of the things I've really appreciated about this time is just the release of creativity that we see, particularly through social media. I'm sure you, like me, have watched things and read things on social media that have just left me rolling around, crying with laughter as I could recognize myself or recognize my world in some of the statements and comments that people have made. Some of the stories of kindness and compassion have touched me deeply. And some of the expressions of appreciation have really touched me emotionally. Some of the uses of technology to keep people in touch has left people in tears as they've rediscovered the power of being seen and heard amongst those who know them and love them. And there's just been a generosity of spirit as life just seems to slow down and we focus on the things that are important in life. And there's actually part of me that hopes that we don't return to the old normal, that good would somehow come out of this process as we reevaluate our priorities. And my prayer is that God will make you, that God would make me, would make us fruitful in the land of our sufferings, that somehow this time would change us for the better, that the old normal wouldn't be replaced by the previous normal, but would be replaced by something far better, that God would make you fruitful and our nation fruitful in this time of our suffering. One of my favourite verses in the Bible is found in Jeremiah chapter 29, verses 11 to 13, and it says this: "For I know the plans that I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. And then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all of your heart." And I believe in a God who gives a hope and a future, a God who hears when we call out to him, a God who's waiting to be found by those who seek him. And whatever you face today, whatever's going through your life and your family's life, God knows and hasn't forgotten you. He's waiting to be found. He will give you a hope and a future, waiting to make you fruitful. If you'd like to find out more, or if you have specific prayer needs, please get in touch. Bye for now.